dollars, dollars. I care. I do care. I do care for it. I've never gone on this side, so, you know, there's a little bit of how do you do's here. How do you do? I'll pickle all the rust out. I'll make sure there's no rust coming through. I'll epoxy primer and then fiberglass. Fiberglass the undulations. Then after that, whatever, high build and that. Welcome back to the episode. I was absent for 2 weeks. Probably need to discuss with the missus if I'm allowed to show a little bit of the house. Worked on it for 23 months. It took a lot of time up, but now we're back on Bonnie the Beetle. It's solid. It's solid. It's going to get my hand and energy, put all my energy onto it, and it's going to really shape up. I promised April, but Mrs. commandeered me for 2 weeks, so that was unsuspected, you know. But, you know, I've got to look after her. Front left wing. It's got no filler in it, believe it or not, but a bit of high build. I'm just high building this a little bit here. Across there, needs a bit of epoxy on there just to cover it. That's what we call rub throughs. Rub throughs. It's in really good condition. Zip rust, zero. The whole car, zero rust now. So we just had to clean these. I was grinding these welds off yesterday. Just got a couple more, those ones more, and the ones up the top. I'll do that when the bonnet's off. Got to rub the bonnet right down and get it into shape. It's looking good. I'm in good form. I'm lubing up for spring. Remember that? Shower, sunshine, grass grows. Shower, sunshine, grass grows. It's looking good. What I'm doing now, I've got to cover this, epoxy, fill, rub down, and start finalising it. Excited. You don't have to let money come between. Just on the back corner here. Got Hooter here. As I said, if there was any rust, usually the rust happens under the window seal. So I pickled all that and now I've fiberglassed it. See that? Yeah, have a look at that. So smooth. Fiberglass putty has fiberglass strands in it with resin or a putty mixture, but it's 4 times harder than Bondo body filler. 4 times harder. So it's beautiful. It's like a structure. I had a couple of spots here, and someone's put a panel over the other one and in between, and they haven't treated it. So that there, these spots here were showing through. So therefore, what I'll do is I'll spray zinc all in there, and then I'll weld in a patch. So like just a basic repair. So just weld that in there like. This is off another wing. Cute, huh? See, we're upcycling, yeah? Update on this left-hand window, and here we had a bit of rust spots coming from the inside. So what I did is I cut it out there, and I welded a new patch in there. But I sprayed all zinc inside, so that took care of that. Here we had a few how-do-dos. There was one high spot. I've just hit it down, and that's all beautiful. This fiberglass putty is so strong. Actually, it is 4 times harder than Bondo. I don't know if I said that before. Yeah, I did. Online it says you can't sand it. Yeah, you can sand it. Jeez. Don't waffle to me, mate. I've just sanded it. Huh? Huh? Yeah, you can shape it. So I've just sanded that as well. I've done my repair, and of course I had a bolt in there before I laid the fiberglass in. Or else that'd be hard. See that? So around there, beautiful shape. So what I'm going to do is sand this whole panel and get it all ready, and then move on. Next panel. Well, this is what we call a panel, the rear quarter panel. That's a wing. This is a quarter panel. So we're going to sand it all and get it ready for prep. You know, there's chunks out of here. Chonky. So there, and there. Moving right on. So we've got a door here. It's a bit awkward to get it to fit. You don't know why. Who knows what they've done to the car. But now I think I've made the allocated adjustments. Nice. So there's no interference anywhere. Just click, click. Nice lines. It's getting good. Now I've rubbed that whole panel. I've ground under their welds because they must have put a new panel on here. I think that's close enough there. So it's looking good. I'll probably move forward onto the door. I just rubbed the door. There's not much. I don't think there's too much to do on the door. Once it fits, then I can pull the hardware off. Button, latches, mechanism. See? They're simple cars. How can you go wrong? My wife asked me why I can't just paint the car. It has to be prepped, and got to scuff it to a certain grit so the paint can stick. Of course it has to be painted. I mean, you can see that it's looks a bit shocking. Here, have a look here. So that's a big Humpty Dumpty low spot, so I might that's an easy fix. But here, that's all, well, I welded through there. It had all rust. Remember, it was underneath, it was bubbling. So I put my patchwork in there, and I got a fill and sand on that, and across the front, the whole lot. Doing the door fits great. To spray a coat of paint on, it have to be rubbed, the last rub that it gets and the final coat, it'll be 400 grit. But some of the undulations are that big, you have to sand it down, and this stuff is rock hard. This is 2-pack. It is so hard. How do you do it? So you have to go for a rough grit, then you have to go down. So a rough grit is just say like 80, 120, 180, 240, 320, and then you have to get to 400. But you don't do all those layers. It's got to really have good adhesion. You don't want to have flaky paint. Well, what's flaky paint? So there's not enough scratchy underneath. So it's a good question by her, and that's why it's going to take, it takes good quality time, a lot of energy. So that's how we'll that's how we'll go about it. Right, as you can see, the door fitted great on the car. Hope you're happy for me. And as promised, show you a bit of the glimpse of the house, what we've done. And we've got all the walls skimmed, and have a look at it. It's a masterpiece, isn't it? So thanks for watching, and onwards and upwards.
You don't have to let